we will also be maintaining a little bit of time schedule as not a problem, and welcome, sir.
So thank you very much FSSAI for organizing this wonderful consultation. Thank you Dr. Alka Rao for giving me this space to share our position statement or the consensus statement of 29 organizations. Just before that, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm a pediatrician by training. I work on public health area for the last 35 years. So this is an issue that's very close to me. Let me place some facts before the audience. If you're not aware, then you should be. Between 2006 and 2019, obesity has doubled in India. And during the same period, ultra-processed food, is a young lady talked about for the level of processing, or we can call them HFSS. Their consumption has grown 50 times within the same period. This is the data available from the Euromonitor. In 2006, India sold about $900 million worth. And 2019, India sold about $37 billion. We did a per capita calculation of this. It came down to 37 rupees purchased per capita at 2006 to 1964 rupees in 2019. So we need to understand and keep this fact in mind. Industry might be happy with this sales, but we need to how it impacts our health. So that is the basis of this gathering today. The underlying principle here is that we want to reduce the consumption of such products if we want to reduce obesity. I'll just read 2 lines from the document which we get. Accurate, transparent and evidence-based information on food products is essential to empower consumers, prevent misleading practices and promote healthier diets. So there is no other way to other than reducing the consumption of ultra-processed food or HFSS in our life. So going to the comprehensive analysis of the framework, there are 2 types, like advertising and then the labeling. So let me just first say on the advertising part. We did a comprehensive analysis of the advertising framework in the country. There are 4 regulations available. None of them has been able to, they are so weak or they are open to interpretation that they are not able to detect so-called misleading advertisements. Just now we asked this question through RTI, we got an information. None of the 3 regulators have detected a misleading advertisement or penalized them if they were detected from September 23 to March 25. So if we really want to get onto the bottom of this, then National Multi-Sectoral Action Plan for Control of Non-Communicable Diseases was drawn in 2017, and it recommends amendment of the advertising code to include HFSS, amendment of the norms of journalistic conduct to include HFSS clause. So I will urge FSSAI and Ministry of Health to actually urgently work on this issue. The reason is, I don't know how many of you have heard about the UK, India just did a trade agreement, right? Within the trade agreement, the zero duty on HFSS, zero. The tariff has been reduced. So you will see in coming years the junk food or HFSS sales and marketing will go up. So in that context, the urgency is highlighted. So the solution is the government has a plan. There is a need for Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Press Council, Ministry of Health to all work together to see through that those amendments are carried out, to be clear that advertisements can be checked in this country. So now, if the advertisements did push you to buy something and you have to go to the shop to buy it, now you have to confront a label. Like there has been 13 years of labeling discussions in this country, we have not been able to finalize which label it should be. So we made an attempt for 29 organizations of this country, which is health and nutrition, consumers, rights, so many people joined hands, and we have created this consensus statement just published today, this morning, in a journal called Preventive Medicine Research and Reviews. So we have some copies, those who really want a copy. So Nupur, my colleague, has some copies here. Otherwise, you can send us a message. We can send you a soft copy. Now, what does it say? I'll just quickly tell you about that. So the question is that food, as Ma'am Nidhi Khare said in the morning, FOPL is not a marketing tool, but currently it's being used only as a marketing tool. FOPL has been designated as a public health intervention. So better we use the FOPL as a public health intervention. So that is what WHO says, that's what many countries have tried in the Latin American region. So that's point one. Second point is the Economic Survey of India, the best economic document which comes out from the Ministry of Finance is the Economic Survey. This year, they have analyzed all the scientific evidence as well as this and recommended stringent warning labels on the HFSS products. In this document, we have analyzed the national evidence. There are 3 studies available. One which FSSAI got it done in 21. Then there was another study from 6 states. Then another study from NIN. All the 3 studies favor a warning label. Warning means, I'm not saying, you are warning people. You are just telling people that this product may be high in sugar, or high in fat, or high in salt. These are the 3 nutrients of concern. But on the label, you will always find high in protein, and rest everything is either in the advertisement or on the label is actually under hiding. So then we looked into different types of labels and evidence on different types of labels in the world. And the comprehensive evidence as of January 25 says the warning label is the only label in the world which has demonstrated on-ground impact. So that's something which we need to understand that. We have compared all the labels. So those researches have happened right from Australia to New Zealand to Latin American countries and Europe. So they have shown that which label works, which actually brings down the consumption. So objective must be kept in mind when you talk about this. So they have an edge. So that's what I wanted to say. So they speak the truth. As I said, the first line in the background document says accurate, transparent. Now this is what these labels say. So these are the biscuit packets. On one side you see 3 stars. On the same biscuit packet, on the second side you could see there are 3 labels of high in sugar, high in fat, high in sodium. You pick up any biscuit packet, you will find, currently we don't have a regulation of what is high, but you will find every biscuit packet is high in sugar, high in fat, high in salt. You need to understand that. I'm quoting WHO benchmarks here when I say high. So that's an important differentiation, what label should say if you want to reduce the consumption. So my last point is that FSSAI has recently been asked by the Supreme Court to do the work in 3 months. Right? It's a wonderful urgency shown by the court also. And FSSAI has opened, after the 14,000 comments which I already had opened to receive more comments. We will send in writing these comments that these 29 organizations represent millions of people in the country. So we like to officially submit these as comments to be additionally considered by the expert committee so that they are added to the new opening of the comments by FSSAI. With this, I thank you all and thank you FSSAI once again. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.